What's up, everybody? Let me talk about today's General Hospital episode right quick. Um, Today's episode left me very underwhelmed. I'm gonna flat out say it. It wasn't that bad of an episode, but some parts of it just left me very underwhelmed. I mean, I don't know if it was the dialogue. I mean, the dialogue was okay, but I don't know if it was like the tone of the episode. It just left me very underwhelmed. But anyway, let me what do I even want to begin with today's episode? Let me start off with Derek Wells. I can flat out tell you this guy isn't who he says he is. He keeps making these mysterious ass phone calls to people saying how he was on the phone with somebody today saying how nobody knows what we're really planning on here. Nobody knows why I'm really in Port Charles, and you can't tell me this guy's gonna wind up being a Jerome. He's gonna wind up being a member of the Jerome family because I read a spoiler that says he knows Ava. He knows Ava. He and Ava know each other. I can't. I have a feeling. I got a good feeling that he's gonna wind up being Ava's brother or a former lover of hers or something like that. But anyway, um, but yeah, he's talking to someone on the phone. Then Maxie eavesdrops in, and he notices Maxie and basically confronts Maxie and asks her why was she listening to his phone conversation. He basically juck her up. I'm like, dude, don't you see this? Don't you see this woman? I mean, they already. I mean, I can tell you probably supposed to hate the character, but cause he's coming across as a douchebag to me. I mean, the actor that plays him, from what I hear, played a douchebag on All My Children. Like I said, I don't know, I didn't know much about that, but apparently he played a douchebag on All My Children. So basically, he does good at playing douchebags. But anyway, he basically jakes up Maxie, and I'm like, dude, you seriously jaking up a pregnant woman? Can't you see she's pregnant? Why are you jaking up a pregnant woman? But anyway, then Olivia comes in and basically threatens him, basically saying how she's the grandmother, even though she really ain't the grandmother. Like I've said, I'm ready. I'm ready for this shit to end. This baby shit, I'm ready for it to end. I'm ready for them to get Maxie pop that baby out. I'm ready for it to be over with. But anyway, tell Lulu and Dante and Lante, I guess that's what they call them. Tell them the truth and just move on. But anyway, but yeah, so Olivia threatens Derek, and he basically is like, he basically flat out. So basically, you just flat out tell this character just really doesn't give a fuck who anybody is. But like I said, him looking at that picture yesterday, looking at that picture of Sonny and Connie, lets me know he probably has mob ties. I have a feeling he's gonna wind up being like, how can I say, he's probably gonna wind up being a Jerome or something like that. I've been hearing rumors he's gonna wind up being a Jerome. But anyway, that really was that those scenes really didn't, like I said, I'm interested in a way to see who his character truly is or what his character is about. I'm interested to see. I can't really give a, I mean, the jury's still out on whether I want to like this character or not. If he's coming on try to be another Sonny, I'm not really gonna be. I like Sonny, but one Sonny on this show was enough. And I'm not the biggest fan of the mob on this show. I wasn't my big mob fan. Anyway, moving on. Um, what else happened in today's episode? Let's talk about Danny. Like I said, like I said in the past video, I'm kind of getting disinterested in this episode because we kind of know they're not gonna kill Danny off. I'm interested in seeing who they're gonna have save him because apparently Franco. I have a feeling Franco's probably not gonna be the one to donate the bone marrow to Danny because of. I haven't read anything, but this is just me coming from my basically coming from the top of basically me guessing. They're probably not gonna kill. They're not gonna kill. I know for a fact they're probably not. They're not gonna kill this baby off because they said like a while. Like I read an interview with Ron Carlivati like from a couple of months ago. They said they don't believe in killing kids on these shows, so they're not gonna be killing Danny off. So he's gonna beat this cancer and whatnot. So and it and since you know that, kind of makes you wonder why they even did this storyline anyway, unless it was to bring Sam's father to town. Anyway, Silas is in the lab, basically digging up stuff, and out of nowhere, Rafe knocks on the door. And I want to say this: why the fuck was Rafe in there, basically with gloves on, acting like he's a lab tech, looking at the well, basically, I know him and Silas were in there, like, I guess Bond, and they were talking and whatnot. Silas asked Rafe about what's going on with him and Molly. Is Molly his girlfriend? He's basically like, no, I wish she, I wish she was, but she's not. And he tells Silas about the whole TJ situation. I'm like, first of all, Silas, that ain't none of your damn business. But anyway, I guess he wants to bond with the kid. Basically, if you ain't gonna leave me alone, I guess I gotta bond with you. Cause Rafe Silas was basically trying to get some work, get the work. Well, basically see if Franco's gonna be the one to save Danny, see if Franco's bone marrow can save Danny, and testing I guess testing stuff out. And Rafe wouldn't leave him alone, so I guess Silas said, I guess I'll bond with you if you ain't gonna leave me alone. But anyway, well, I don't know why, and that would happen in real life. Rafe wouldn't even be allowed back there. I mean, he wouldn't even be allowed back there. I know it's a TV show, but dude wouldn't even be allowed back there. And in a way, neither would Sam. I mean, because Sam came in afterwards. But for all that, Sam, Alexis, and Molly were talking about Franco potentially not being a donor for Danny and whatnot, and that's basically what Patrick told Sam and whatnot. And Molly basically said how Molly was saying something. I really didn't pay much attention to Molly today. She was basically saying some stuff about how Sam has to keep believing that Franco's going to be a match for Danny and whatnot. So Sam leaves. Molly kind of starts crying in a way and Alexis basically commends on how well she's held up for Sam. Something else I want to say about this. What this is kind of, I know the character Christina isn't really needed, but since her nephew is kind of going through all this, wouldn't you think she'd be around? I mean, I know they fired Lindsay Morgan. They claim Lindsay Morgan left, but she got fired. Anyway, but yeah, even though I kind of was starting to like her in a way as Christina, but anyway, but yeah, you kind of would think Christina would actually want to be here for her sister, be here for her family and all that, and be here for Danny. And anyway, so Molly and Alexis Alexis basically asked Molly what she been up to. She told Alexis that she saw TJ last night, and that they may be getting back together. And Alexis flat out asked her. Alexis basically like, girl, sit down, you finna tell me the tea. And Alexis basically asked Molly, why'd you two even break up? Flat out asked Molly, why did her and TJ even break up? And Molly didn't tell her, but she basically was like, stuff, stuff. That's why we broke up. And then Molly asked Alexis, what about her? What's going on with her and Sean? How Sean hasn't really been around in a long time. So, what's been going on with her and Sean? And then we cut to Kelly's where we see Sean and TJ talking about they were basically having a conversation about Molly and Alexis, and TJ basically says how he's working and basically trying to stay busy to keep his mind off of Molly because he basically gonna give her a space and give her time to think and whatnot, and about taking him back and whatnot. And Alexis asked Molly, is she gonna? Flat asked, are you gonna take TJ back? She basically says yes. I think I'm gonna give him another chance. And then coming through the corner, Rafe is basically sitting there eavesdropping, listening to Alexis and Molly's conversation. I'm like, dude, you nosy as hell. I mean, since you do he had the nerve to come up and tell Molly, I swear out, because they were basically talking about Molly basically wanted to know about what Silas said about Danny and whatnot, and then Ray changed the subject and basically makes it all about him like he always does. Basically says, Molly, I think you're making it. I wasn't eavesdropping. I swear I wasn't eavesdropping, but I heard you tell your mom you're gonna get back together with TJ. I'm like, dude, you kind of were eavesdropping because you stood there until they were finished and whatnot. Kind of until they were finished, and they weren't even really finished with the conversation. And then you just came in. I'm like, dude, you kind of. I mean, Ray be pissing me off at times. I'm sorry, the dude be pissing me off at times. I mean, he seriously in my mind makes everything about him. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of in a way sympathize with the guy because he claims he's in love with his best friend, and I'm not gonna lie to you, that's kind of happened to me before. I mean, being with love with your best friend and being stuck in the friend zone. That's kind of how Rafe is. But Rafe gonna tell Molly, I think you're be making a huge mistake if you get back with TJ because I don't think he's the guy for you. I'm the right guy for you. I'm like, well, first of all, Rafe, what makes you so fucking what makes you think you're the best guy for her? And when people say shit like that, in my opinion, I want to know what makes you think you're so better than somebody else. What makes you think you better than TJ? It doesn't mean Rafe saying he think he's better than TJ. I mean seriously, I mean Rafe, if you don't go take a goddamn seat. But anyway, like I said, that dude just pisses me. That character just pisses me off at times. I'm sorry. But anyway, let me talk about something else that pisses me off. Morgan and Kiki, the Morgan Kiki Michaels story. I'm ready for this shit to be over. Michael and Carly was basically sitting there and Kelly's talking, and Michael was sitting there telling Carly how Morgan's getting married and whatnot, and how he flat out told Carly how he has feelings for Kiki, and Carly basically looked at him like, "Boy, that's nasty. That's your cousin." But anyway, they don't know that Michael and Kiki aren't cousins. But he basically like Michael Carly looking like, "Boy, that's your cousin. That's nasty. That's kind of absurd." And then Michael's like, "Yeah, I know it's absurd, but he basically flat out says how he should basically just be happy for Morgan and basically just let him marry Kiki." I'm like, Michael, because I'm not here for Michael and Kiki. I mean, I'm not here for rehashing of old pairings. I've never been here for that. But anyway, and Colin basically says that all this him having feelings for Kiki should be all should be all reasons basically to cancel the wedding. And Michael also told Carly that Kiki said that she really doesn't love Morgan, that she will learn to love Morgan, and that's probably gonna piss Sonny off even more. Not Sonny, piss Carly off even more. And then she also found out from Morgan and Kiki, they walked in and she basically found out that Sonny gave Morgan and Kiki his blessing. So apparently we all know Carly can try to go off on Sonny and whatnot. Anyway, Sonny and Connie are having a conversation about Michael and Kiki. I'm serious. Everybody's basically after seeming like they're shipping Michael and Kiki. Connie's basically saying that she's basically looking for a story. She about her money. She's looking for a story, and she's thinking about seriously printing this story about Morgan, Michael, and Kiki and all that. About Kiki not being Franco's daughter and whatnot. So, and I'm like, Connie, this is, like I said, this is just the beginning of the Connie exit storyline. Cause this is just the beginning of it. But she basically is telling Sonny how they have a right to, she has a right to know who her real father is and whatnot. How she doesn't know if she's gonna be able to keep this secret and whatnot. And Sonny basically swears to the secrecy, and Connie says she's gonna stay secret. And at the end of today's episode, Connie goes and sees Derek Wells, and she basically tells him that she doesn't have a story, and he basically says, "Well, too bad. You basically just screwed over all your employees, and you're out of a job." So basically, he says something. Port Charles is out of a newspaper and a fashion magazine, and you're out of a job. But anyway, that's really all I got to say about today's episode. Like I said, it left me very underwhelmed in a way. But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about today's episode. Leave me a comment below. Anyway, this is Dominic checking out. Peace, God bless, and I'm out.